Could be a new tool to fight a form of depression. It's called light therapy. It's already in use to treat people with seasonal affective disorder. Basically, it's a light box that simulates natural light, which of course we know is in short supply during these winter months. Researchers at Northwestern University tried the therapy on people with bipolar disorder. After several weeks of use, nearly 70% of the test patients reported their depression had gone into remission. One man has found another way to deal with his depression and even share what he has found in the form of art. Brent Williams channeled his emotions into a beautiful graphic novel. For those of you that don't know about graphic novels, it's a bit like a comic book. It's called Out of the Woods, a journey through depression and anxiety, and I am delighted to have Brent join me now here in studio. This is quite a work. And it is born out of your own story.
Absolutely.
You kept a journal during many years of your depression.
Yes. Yep. And slowly that journal shifted into some writings, and that writing slowly took shape as a graphic novel. It took about 3.5 years to, panel by panel, work with my artist. And
incredible artist, by the way.
And created it. And it very much documents my story. Like, it's a very honest portrayal of what I went through, what I learned, all the pitfalls, the success. You know, and
the failures too.
Yeah,
well, I don't believe in failures, and that's the part that I think spoke to me, is that it's unflinching. It is very candid, and I think that when dealing with depression, that's why it's felt so isolating for so many people. Is that when you feel you're being honest, people tell you, "Oh, just buck up. Oh, just cheer up. Don't think that way." Yeah. These are forces that are not. These are forces stronger than yourself.
Absolutely, and you're telling that to yourself. I mean, you're being so hard on yourself. The voice of depression is very critical and negative and keeps pulling you down. So it's not just the external world around you that does struggle with depression. It's what's going on in your own head, and you need to really understand that. And what I did in the book was I gave depression a form, and I gave anxiety a form. And that really helped me understand it, because it sort of seeps in, it takes over, and you don't really know how much it's changing your thinking and your behaviour.
Well, much like your character in the book.
Yeah.
Oh, I can think myself through this. I can just, you know, pull up my bootstraps and you know, get through this. And the fact is, you often can't. When did you decide this was the form you wanted this to take? Have graphic novels been something you've always been interested in?
Well, I used to do comics for young people when I was a community lawyer. So that is part of my, and educational filmmaking as well. Yeah. So I do think in pictures, I guess. But I remember when I was depressed, I could not read. I literally, my brain couldn't concentrate on words, couldn't finish sentences. It was just, my cognitive impairment was too strong. Right. So I wanted to, when I started wanting to communicate to others, I thought I really wanted to do it in pictures, because the emotions can take in visuals that the mind can't with words. So it sort of made sense. And
what has reaction been like?
It's been very positive, and I'm amazed at the age range that's connected with the book. People from as young as 9 to as old as, I know, to 8 to 86. I've had letters from families or the person themselves.
And I said to you before the show, you wouldn't think that an 86-year-old would be interested in a graphic novel, but it's seeing their story.
It's almost like the graphic novel aspect is irrelevant. It's just that they're relating to the depression story, and it's just an easy way that people can get that story, can find out what they can do to help themselves. Well,
and the other thing that struck me, it also will be very illuminating to people who have a loved one, someone they love with all of their heart that's in this battle themselves, to help them kind of understand what that individual is going through.
It is so hard for loved ones, because they're watching the depressed person behave in really unpleasant ways. They've withdrawn their love. They're often agitated, angry. Now, they're not behaving as they were. And unless they understand depression, unless the loved ones understand depression really well, they can't be much help to that person. And that person is crying out for support, is crying out for love, yet they're acting in a way that is pushing it away.
This has the potential to help so many people, both the people in the struggle themselves and the family members and loved ones that are standing alongside them in solidarity. Where can people find the book?
It's on Amazon. So
done.
That's...
We have a bit of a the Cyber Monday thing happening today, so
Yeah.
maybe people can take a look for Out of the Woods. I cannot thank you enough for the work you're doing and for sharing your own story. There is power when we share our stories.
There
Thank
is.
you for being here, Brent. Really a delight.
Thank you. Pleasure, Michaela. Thank you.